Hey guys, welcome back. We've got 4 DVDs to go through. These are the ones that I collected earlier on today from the post office, the ones that were lying there waiting for me. I've got a little bit of a rant regarding one of them, so I'm going to keep that for last so you can hear my rant at the end. Okay, so let's start off with this one instead. So there are 3 movies and 1 television series, of which I have the other 3 in my collection already. Let's drink a little bit of water before that. I've already had 2 beers, so feeling a little thirsty in the late night. It's past 1:30. Okay, so first up, it's Chapter 2. I watched it in the theaters, but I haven't watched it since then. I love the first part, It Chapter 1, amazing movie. This one isn't as good, but I did enjoy it. However, it's a little too long, a little too lengthy. The movie is a little too lengthy, rather. I don't think I can speak. So the problem was, trying to make that ginormous book into movie format and trying to do it in 2 movies. They did their best, and like I mentioned, the first one is amazing, but this one isn't as good. And I would say there was a particular point while I was sitting in the theater, it was towards the end, of course, but I was like, I just want this movie to end because I want to get out of here. I was just a little too lengthy, so but still, I think when watching it from home someday in the future, I think I'm going to enjoy it a little bit more. But yeah, Bill Skarsgård was amazing, and you got James McAvoy, a lot of other good actors in this. Excuse me. Okay, so that's that. I haven't taken it off the shrink wrap, and I'm going to take it out anytime now. Up next is a movie which some people say they love it. Made a lot of money in the box office. I wasn't that impressed. A lot of wonderful special features that you can watch, but overall made me feel a little odd. And that's how the latest 3 movies have actually made me feel. I am talking about Star Wars: The Last Jedi. So the last 3 movies in the Skywalker saga, they have not really captured my imagination. I know they've made a lot of money, but yeah, she is not someone who. Her character. I'm not going to say anything about the actress. Her character isn't someone who sparks the man. Really makes you want to root for her. Neither is the villain very villainous, and I don't really know what they did with Luke. Anyway, yeah, this is the back, and it's the basic simple edition. Start that. So I've only watched this movie once. Didn't watch it in the theater, but yeah, not. But yeah, I'm planning to. I did rewatch all the movies a while ago, so I think it's earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. The first 6 movies in the saga. So I need to start getting the next 3, each of which I think no. Um, yeah, I think I've only watched them once each, and I haven't watched Rogue One since I watched it in the theater. Solo was pretty bad, but yes, we will. I did not enjoy that movie at all. I didn't feel it was that great. Again, cinematically, watching it, it is beautiful to watch, but content-wise, I wasn't really happy. The television series that's in this collection is Sherlock series 4 rather, and this concludes the Sherlock. So I have a box set with similar cases of each individual series. So I think I'm going to take the box set off, and just because it's very plain, dull kind of case cover that it comes in, or case that it comes in, and just going to have the individual discs displayed out like that. So amazing show, of course. I do know that the last season wasn't as great. Season 1 is fantastic. Series 2 is fantastic. But yeah, it's still enjoyable. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing, and Martin Freeman also is pretty amazing in this series. Okay, so that's Sherlock Series 4. Now here comes the rant. So about all three of these, the DVDs that I just showed you, all three of them, including this one, come from different sellers on eBay, eBay.co.uk. So respective whichever location they are in, but I logged into eBay.co.uk and bought them up. So I wanted to buy a few movies and television series, and along with them is a movie that I quite enjoyed. I did watch it for the second time. I watched it in the theaters with my cousin, and then I watched it once again. It's Spider-Man Far From Home. Enjoyed this movie thoroughly. Can't wait for the next Spider-Man to come in. But let's talk about something. So let me take it off the shrink wrap first. Okay, so when I open the package, and this is a seller I think I have never bought. Yeah, in fact I'm almost 99% sure I haven't bought anything from them, because I only started buying DVDs of eBay.co.uk since COVID. Normally I buy them from Amazon, and maybe the odd 2 or 3 DVDs I bought from eBay.com. But this was from eBay.co.uk. So it's not major, but it did piss me off, because this particular seller's the DVD cost was less, was not that high anyway, but the shipping charges was actually higher normally than what I normally have paid for any of these. So the other DVDs shipping has been around the £3 mark, 3 point something pound mark. This one was actually £7. Came in a plain envelope, okay, and it is damaged over here. So when I got it, when I opened it, it was already damaged. I could make it without the shrink wrap as well. It's it's damaged here. Not a major damage, but it's still enough to piss me off. So as the moment I took it off the envelope, I just ran my hand here, just checked it like this. Wasn't actually checking for damages, but I just put my hand and I noticed that this is, my fingers, and I noticed that it's actually damaged. I hope the DVD itself is not damaged. Yes, luckily for me, it's got this pamphlet kind of thing inside, right? So the DVD seems to be fine. I'm going to stress it once again. The movie itself, the DVD on its own, wasn't very expensive, but yeah, and there is a crack, as you can see, because it's broken. So in the feedback, I did give a negative feedback to the seller, and I mentioned that, like I mentioned, it came on time. The movie is as described, and all that stuff. So when you give a feedback on eBay, they ask you 3 or 4 questions, and but I did give a negative rating. Let me tell you. Yeah, so if you do give, I'm actually giving feedback for another one which I actually forgot to give. This came a couple of weeks ago, so right. So the first question is, did this arrive on time? And it gives you the date that it's on the order, and you can choose either yes or a no. So I'm choosing yes, since even though I received it a couple of weeks back, I'm just putting it now. But yes, it did arrive before 25th of August. That was the date that was on this particular one, and I am just putting the feedback in now. How was the experience? Is positive, neutral, or negative? And I gave a positive review. Tell us more. So I'm saying, I'm just saying pretty good. Love the DVD. And then rate the details is the next one. So that will be item description. Is it as for? So you can give a star rating 1 to 5. Postage cost. So this one, the one that I'm talking about here, was actually a little expensive, so I'm going to put that as a 3 instead of 5. Dispatch time I'm going to give a 5, and seller communication I'm going to give 5. I actually didn't contact them, they didn't message me, but all's well and well. Right, so those are the questions you actually get on eBay. So I gave a negative feedback, but I did mention the others saying that yeah, it did come on, I'd come on time. It was a couple of days late, but I put it on time. It's actually described, but then I mentioned that this is actually because the packaging didn't have inside, there was no bubble wrap or anything like that. So for £7 that I was paying, they could have actually put a little package. I didn't mention that, I just said the packaging wasn't enough to the thing. And then he abuses me in a reply back saying, moron, this is the same way that we're doing like all sellers. Fuck you, man. Fuck you with a pole, a 10-foot pole. Fuck it up your ass, motherfucker, because that is not how all sellers do it, okay? I buy from eBay quite a bit, and a lot of sellers have different format, different envelopes, different packages, different ways that they actually ship it out to you. So there are a lot of people who have bubble wrap inside. Motherfucker, you did not have it. You call me a moron, jackass, take that 10-foot pole, shove it up your ass. Okay? Sorry, but I did have to do that rant. So yeah. And like I mentioned, this is not something that I'm going to actually return, but I was pissed off, and I'm even more pissed off with the fact that that jackass couldn't take the feedback, and he wanted to say that when you buy something, you're going to spend this much money. I do not want a broken case. Understand? Fuck us. Okay, so I am going to have to change this case, but yeah. Now, so what I did was I raised a complaint against the seller on eBay, and they said they'll get back to me in a little while. I don't know if anything's actually going to happen, but yeah, I want you to know, you piece of shit, that take the feedback and then see whether you can actually put a little bit more protection for a DVD that you're sending overseas in a proper envelope if you're going to charge me twice what all the others were charged. Okay, piece of shit. Okay, fuck you once again. The rest of you, hugs and kisses. But this seller, fuck him, right? Thank you guys. I'll catch you again pretty soon.